A true miracle is taking place here in Oregon. Republicans are outpacing Democrat early voting in big numbers. Big, big. About a month before the election in 2004, I posted a video on TikTok showing that Oregon, the state of Oregon, is going very red. Now, during the election, Oregon did not go as red as I thought it would, but now that Trump is in power again and his administration is gaining in the polls, and more Americans feel that Trump is doing exactly what they elected him to do and are very happy with what they're doing. Here is my full TikTok clip from about a month before the election. A true miracle is taking place here in Oregon. Republicans are outpacing Democrat early voting in big numbers. Big, big numbers. We are going to make Oregon red again. I know it. I feel it in my bones. God bless it. It might not happen this cycle, but change is in the air. Yes, it is. Make America great again. God bless Donald Trump. God bless America. In a very liberal part of Portland, Oregon. And people are coming up to me saying, we need to make like Trump hand signs or ways to discreetly say that we support each other. I was at a donut shop yesterday, and I don't know if it's the owner of the donut shop or just one of the lead employees, because he's always there. He came up to me. I'd taken my hat off because I tend to try to respect different establishments here in Oregon. I don't want to rub my politics in people's faces. But he saw my hat on the table as I was sitting there enjoying my coffee. And he gave me a big high five. He said, Trump is definitely doing well. He supports me. And this person is clearly an immigrant from another country who is a U.S. citizen doing very well for himself. He had no skin in the game, especially when most of his staff was Latina, who clearly did not support my hat. So more and more people here in Gresham are coming up to me as I walk saying that they support Trump, that they don't necessarily want to support Trump, or they're not particularly happy that they are siding with Trump. But because the Democratic Party has zero leadership, zero direction, and is currently right now forming multiple factions, possibly new little tea parties.
It's not, I know, everyone's beating up on Chuck, and I strongly disagree with them. Strongly. No one is in the caucus more critical of Schumer than I am. But it's not Schumer. It's the caucus. It's not the caucus. It's the Democratic Party. You got to take a deep breath and understand that you have a Democratic Party. You got a Republican Party, which is owned by Musk. Any Republican who defies Donald Trump will be primaried by Musk, unlimited amounts of money. In the Democratic Party, you got a party that is heavily dominated by the billionaire class, run by consultants who are way out of touch with reality. The Democratic Party has virtually no grassroots support. So what we are trying to do is, in one way or another, maybe create a party within the party of bringing millions of young people, working class people, people of color, to demand that the Democratic Party start standing with the working class of this country and take on the very powerful corporate interests that have never had it so good.
People here in Oregon are perplexed because on one hand, they do not support Donald Trump on general principle because they've been brainwashed to think that Donald Trump, orange man, bad. However, watching all of this play out, a lot of Democrats and liberals here in Gresham, Oregon are starting to think, wow, okay, well, Trump is at least doing what he said he was going to do. He's at least taking action. He is making our border more secure. He is making our gas much cheaper. Egg prices are finally going down. All of the things that Joe Biden could not do in an entire 4-year plan, or I'm sorry, 4-year administration, Donald Trump is getting done within his first 100 days. His first 100 days is not even up yet. And Donald Trump has already achieved most of his campaign promises. So while he is moving fast and he and Elon Musk are breaking things, they are also fixing them just as fast as they're breaking them. And they are achieving results. So here in very liberal Gresham, people don't know what to think. They don't want to follow the Democrats because they're just the party of hate, and they don't want to outwardly support Donald Trump. So they have really nowhere to go. They don't have a party anymore. The party that they thought they supported and the party that they thought supported them, the Democratic Party, is nowhere to be found. There is simply no leadership. So people who would ordinarily just lean Democratic or lean liberal, they're putting their hands up saying, what do I do? I don't want to support Trump, but Trump is doing everything to help our country. Our stock market is going up, recession is down, all of the indicators are going in Trump's direction. And the judges who are trying to slow walk his policies are really just embarrassing themselves. MSNBC is continuing to spread lies. So when liberal media is even saying that Democrats are doing as poorly as they've ever done, not only in the polls, but on the media, they're just embarrassing themselves. And even liberal Democratic media has to admit that Donald Trump's poll numbers are as high as they have ever been. There's definitely things happening. Now, when I had made the video, I really thought that during the 2024 election that Oregon would go red. It didn't. However, all of the Democratic leadership here in Oregon, their poll numbers are also drastically down. And so I really believe in the midterm elections coming up that Oregon will choose new leadership and Oregon will finally become a red state. Now, I realize that in Portland and many of the populated areas here, there will be pushback. I mean, obviously, already here in Portland, people are torching Teslas. They are vandalizing Tesla dealerships. It's happened in at least 3 places here and very close to where I live. Protesting a person who is bringing American hero astronauts home just because you don't like the fact that he is helping the country you claim to love, it makes no sense. I'm going on a kind of a tangent here, but the Democratic Party has nothing but hate. They have no leading message. They have no standard. They have no leader. So I really believe that this is the year of Oregon. The year Oregon will go red. So again, my name is Tim Smith. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.